Hello and welcome to our live watch along on Let's Talk Sport for this afternoon's Eredivisie game in Holland between PSV Eindhoven and AFC Ajax. I'm Jamie Davies, and of course we're just getting ready for the game to kick off in about 2 to 3 minutes time. Of course this is a big game because Ajax are currently top of the league while PSV are second, so this is the top two that Holland football can offer right now. And it's 6 points that separate the two sides. So, of course, we're coming into the last few months of the season. So this is a big game for PSV, especially if they have that chance of still having a shout in the league. So, of course, if they don't win today and they lose to Ajax, they would be 9 points behind. And this is a home game for PSV. So they know, despite the fact there'll be no fans there, they know that they need to win this game. It's at home. It's an absolute must if they want to go for the Eredivisie title. So of course, if you're wondering what the lineups are, the lineups at the bottom of your screen, that is the starting lineups for both teams. And if you want the full lineups, including the substitutions that are available for both teams, that's in the description below. And of course, while you're at it, do subscribe to Let's Talk Sport, and of course do like the stream as well. And it looks as though we're ready to go. Well, I say we're ready to go. Game hasn't kicked off just yet. We're just waiting for the players to come out on the pitch. They're both in the tunnels. You can probably hear them in the background. Let's look at the lineups then, shall we? We've got already a prediction coming in on the live chat page. Do get in touch with us on there. Feel free to read out all your messages and talk any football you want to talk about. And Sven van der Kar has said that it'll be 2-1 to Ajax today. And there's all sorts of fireworks going on inside the stadium, in the Philips Stadium, the home of PSV Eindhoven. And it's quite a nice intro for the players to come out and get that adrenaline going. As mentioned, it is a big game today. Sven van der Kar, who do you support? Let us know. Of course, do get in touch with us on the live chat page. Do like the stream and subscribe to Let's Talk Sport. If you're a big Dutch football fan, we try and cover as much Dutch football as we can, as well as the Bundesliga, Serie A and the Premier League. So the players are out on the pitch, and here is our starting lineup then for PSV Eindhoven. So of course Mvogo's in goal. In defence, this is a 4-2-2-2 formation. It's a weird formation, I can't get my head around it. So in defence, it's Dumfries, Teze, Viergever and Max. And then there we go, the start of the 3 rows of 2. Rosario, Boscagli. And then the second row of Thomas and Mario Gotze, a World Cup winner with Germany 7 years ago. And then the front 2 is Malen and Zahavi. And then looking at the Ajax team, they're doing a 4-3-3 formation, which is a lot more normal. You know, a lot more, which makes more sense. So they've got Tadic up front with Harler, of course, who came from West Ham United back in January, and Anthony. And then the midfield 3 is Gravenberch, Klazan, a former Everton player, and Alvarez. In defence, it's Daley Blind, Martinez, Timber, and Rensick. And then in goal, it's the legendary Dutch goalkeeper, World Cup runner-up as well, Stecklenburg. So all the players are ready to go, and Ajax are going to kick off the game from left to right and PSV from right to left. So here we go. And Ajax are playing in that blue kit that they've got this season, the really nice stripy kind of thing going on with the dark blue shorts and dark blue socks. Oh, big tackle there by Klazan, and you can only just see the players because of all the smoke that's come from the fireworks. And here come Ajax straight away here, trying to get an early lead. Oh, shot off target there by Gravenberch. And you can hear the fireworks again, but I think this time it might be I think there might be fans outside the Philips Stadium. Yep, they're showing footage of it now. It's outside the stadium. course, this is a big rivalry in Dutch football, and with the title in between these two teams, it's a big game. It's now with Blind. Loses the ball. Last touch coming off Alvarez, I think. It's going to be a throw for Ajax. And they're showing the helicopter shot of the stadium outside with the smoke coming out, which, God, if you actually weren't sure that there was fireworks going on, you'd think there'd be something on fire. Joe Stanley's got in touch on our live chat page. He says, Mario Gotze, such a talent whose career was stifled by injury. His goal to win Germany the World Cup was top draw. It was a fantastic goal. For any of you kids out there, if you've never seen the Gotze World Cup winning goal in extra time against Argentina, it's an absolute sensational goal. I think it was Andre Schürrle that crossed the ball into him on the left-hand side, and then Gotze chested it up, and then somehow just in the turn with his left foot, you can't see my legs, but with his left foot into the top corner of the net, past Sergio Romero, Man United goalkeeper. It was a fantastic goal. Meanwhile, it's an Ajax throw, and it's gone back to Stecklenburg. Abraham says hi. Hello, Abraham. Hope you're well. I'm sure you're happy with the Bayern Munich win yesterday, 5-1. That was against FC Cologne. Nearly forgot. I bet you were annoyed RB Leipzig won, though, on the last minute to keep the gap between 2 points. There's still, it's starting to clear up now on the pitch. You can see a bit more, but the smoke from those fireworks was certainly in effect. PSV have booted the ball way back to Stecklenburg of Ajax. Let us know your score predictions. I'm going to go for an Ajax win. I'll share it now just so that it's there as reference. Ajax, as always, are normally the favourites for the title. Can you blame them? Here they come then from the left wing. Takes a deflection off one of the PSV players. And we're going to have our first corner of the game. Klazan with the ball forward. No Tagliafico, I don't think, today. Unless I completely missed him. No Tagliafico. He must be injured. He's been wearing goggles recently for Ajax. It makes him look like Edgar Davids, which he's been posting on Instagram and tagging Edgar Davids in it. Ajax with the corner, and it's straight to the hands. Ooh, he had to stretch a little bit there, the PSV keeper of Mvogo, but he's kept it away from Sebastian Haller. It was Sebastian Haller who jumped in front of him, but at the end it was very unreachable for Haller. He's had a good start for Ajax since he joined in January. I have to check the stats, but meanwhile, here Ajax again in the box, and this could be 1-0. It's across. Oh, it's at the post. It went across the goal line. The goalkeeper was beaten, and all it took was a tap-in, and I think one of the Ajax players did get his foot behind it, and somehow he's missed. So they've hit the inside post, and it stayed out, so it's still goalless. Ajax should be ahead, but they've got it back in the box. It's with Anthony. And surely he'll go for goal this time. No, instead he tries to cross it. And Haller's shot is off target. Well, it came off his chest. It was straight at him, which I thought it was a tight angle. But maybe they could have had a go themselves. And now here come PSV. Now imagine if they score after that. They've got it out on the right wing at the moment. Ed Kamada says hi. Hello, Ed Kamada. Hope you are well. Let us know your predictions in the chat page. Viergever now with Teze. Mario Gotze. Mario Gotze has got a lot less hair these days, I've noticed. His hair's gone a bit back. Joe, if you're still watching. He looks a little he looks older. I know age happens at some point, but he does look older. Do subscribe to Let's Talk Sport, folks, if you haven't already. We're hoping to get to 400 subscribers. We'd love to reach that. Help us get there. We're on 380 at the moment, so we need 20 subscribers. 6 minutes in, PSV 0, Ajax 0. Adam McNally has got in touch. It's with Stecklenburg at the moment, so the game's a bit calm. He says, Holler is such a great player. I watched him a lot at Frankfurt. So sad he didn't blow up. He didn't blow up in the Prem with West Ham. Yeah, I mean, look at him now, Adam. I mean, he's come to Ajax and he's loving it. I need to check his stats because I haven't seen it in a while. But meanwhile, here come Ajax now. Maybe Haller can score from this. No, it's straight to Mvogo, which was a big run with Ajax. 4 players on the attack. And Haller was in the box available, but instead it was a big run by Timber at the end. And he didn't play the pass. He just kept running and then went into the box and it was no good. But Adam McNally, you're right. I mean, let's have a look at the Sebastian Haller stats, because when I last checked, he was scoring goals for fun for Ajax, and he only just joined. So at the moment, yeah, he's played 9 matches in the Dutch league. He's got 5 goals. He's played 1 game in the cup, which I remember watching that game. I think that was against PSV, or it might have been. I think it might have been, I can't remember. We did a watch along on the channel, I should remember, but we've done so many watch alongs since. So yeah, he's got 5 goals so far, unless those stats are wrong, but that's what I'm seeing. The sad thing is though for Sebastian Haller with Ajax is that I think they failed to register him for the Europa League, so he can't play in any of their Europa League games, which for PSV, they don't have to worry about Europa League anymore because they got knocked out by Olympiacos back on Thursday. And Olympiacos have got Arsenal in the next round, which, when I last checked, they were 3-1 up against Leicester in an earlier kickoff in the Prem. Here come PSV. Could do with their first real attack at home in this game, and instead they've got a corner. Martinez heads the ball out for Ajax. It was Max with the cross, and I think he might take this corner for them on the near side. Do subscribe to Let's Talk Sport. We've only got 380. We'd love to get a lot more subscribers. We always enjoy doing these watch alongs, especially for you folks at home. So PSV have a corner. The corner comes in, it finds no one in the box, and it's gone out onto the far side. Mario Gotze wins it back for PSV. It's now with Rosario on the halfway line. It was a poor corner. Poor corner, it found no one. PSV need to do a lot better than that. I know it's only been 10 minutes in, but they need to win today to keep this title race alive. I watched PSV a few weeks ago against Feyenoord, and they were away from home in that game. And they lost, which when you look back now, what if they had got 3 points? The gap would have been a lot slimmer ahead of this game. Of course, ifs and buts are easy to say when you lose. Ajax trying to get themselves into the box, but instead it's gone wide. Ed Kamada has asked me, what is your name? My name's Jamie. Adam McNally said, Haller is the type of player I feel that Liverpool need a proper number 9 who's good on his feet and in the air. He would be lethal from Trent crosses. I take it you're a Liverpool fan, Adam. I. What has gone on? What has happened to Trent this season? Last season he was the bomb, wasn't he? Best right back in the world. But I even remember last season I would say that I would still rather have him as a right winger than as a right back because he can't defend. Unless you disagree, but I've seen enough of him to think, no, just play him forward. But again, who else is your right back? Is it James Milner that sometimes would play right back? Which I think James Milner's great. What a signing that was from Man City. And I'm a United fan, but I know when that was a good deal. I couldn't believe when Man City let him go. 6 years of James Milner, I think, at Liverpool, and he's done all right. Will he go to Leeds United, though? I have a feeling he might go back there just to finish his career, which I think would be a fitting end to a terrific player. Good character as well. So goalless, just about 12 minutes gone so far. Ed Kamada, send me a laughing emoji. Hope you're not laughing at my name. Can't be that bad. Where are you from, Ed Kamada? I've asked you this probably before, but there's so many that we keep in touch with on our live chat pages, so it's easy to forget, which sounds a bit rude, but I hope it doesn't. says 80 mil. Not sure what he means. What do you mean by 80 mil? For a player? Something like that? Oh, hang on, there's a bit of a pushing and shoving going on here between a PSV player and Blind. It's already getting heated and it's only been 12 minutes in. We're at 382 subscribers. Thank you to the 2 who have subscribed so far in this watch along. We're hoping to get to 400. Maybe by the end of the stream, who knows? And of course, if you're wondering, if you want to watch the Chelsea Man United game with company later, that'll be on our channel, our watch along. Joe Stanley will be there for that one. Sebastian True and Darren Hughes, and hopefully Adam Davis. We'll see. I've got my United jump on. I'll be watching it, not in the watch along. I'll be peacefully watching it, hoping that's not too stressful. But yeah. Adam McNally's got back to me after what I've been saying. He says, yeah, I don't know. I don't think he feels like he has the confidence to go forward because Gomez and Van Dijk isn't there. So maybe Klopp told him to stay back to help out. Maybe. But I'm on about last season, though, where he was doing more up front than as a defender. But, I mean, I can't believe the problems Liverpool have. I mean, I was reading from Paddy Power the other day that their new training ground must have been built on a Indian burial ground. So many injuries. But yet, look at Leicester. I think they've got another injury now with Barnes during their game against Arsenal. So, a lot of teams having real problems with injuries. United are starting to get a few injuries. But it's just the way it is, isn't it? When your leg is fucked or you can't play full 90 minutes, then it's one of those, isn't it? I'll ask you this, Adam: will Liverpool get Champions League football this for next season? And you don't have to say they'll get top 4. You know, I'll say this now: it's a motivation for Klopp and his team to win the Champions League. Some may think I sound mad, but that's what I love about the Champions League. If you win it, you can be in it next season if you didn't reach the top 4. It's a good idea, that. Look what Chelsea did in 2012. They had to win the Champions League against Bayern Munich, away from home at the Allianz Arena, with the odds against them. And they did it. Their first ever European Cup, and they pipped Tottenham to get in Champions League football. Hilarious. Meanwhile, quarter of an hour in, PSV 0, Ajax 0. It's been quiet last few minutes. Ajax really should have gone ahead when got the ball past the keeper, and then it was pretty much an open goal. And then somehow, when the ball came through, they hit the post. Adam McNally has said Milner goes where the Ribena is, so hopefully we have a lot in the fridge. What kind of Ribena? Full fat? Is that a thing? I don't know. I haven't had Ribena in so long. I drink Vimto blackcurrant these days. The one with no added sugar. Make sure you have that, kids. I do love Ajax's away kit this season. It's so good. I've actually got it in my box. I bought a Untitled one, which is awkward because he's gone back to Schalke. I'll have to get the shirt out at half time, maybe. It's with Klazan. Oh, it's going to be a free kick, I think, for Ajax. Where'd I put my phone? So free kick for Ajax. It's on the right wing, about 35 yards out. Jerry's got in touch. I think he's speaking in excuse me. I think he's speaking in Dutch language. I think he's asking for a video stream or Twitch. I'm not sure. Let me know what you mean, Jerry, in English if you can speak English. Ajax with the free kick. It comes in and no problem there for Mvogo. Picks up with both hands and it's a simple free kick to deal with for the PSV defence. Do subscribe to Let's Talk Sport, folks. We're at 382. We want to get to 400 if possible. Sorry folks, just checking the audio is fine on the stream, which is all good. PSV have a throw in. It's with Thomas. Of course there is other Eredivisie games going on today. We'll go through those scores in a bit. Premier League's happening today, Bundesliga, all the leagues of Europe you can think of is happening today. Bundesliga has a triple header. Olif van Veen asking Twitch video stream Stan. I'm not sure what you mean. If you can type that in English, that would be great. I don't understand what you mean. PSV on the right wing. And they've got themselves a throw in just a few yards from the corner flag. Olaf van Veen, oh hang on, throw in taken. Cross comes in, Ajax head the ball out. And it's a free kick for Ajax. Olaf van Veen asking, is it possible to see the match? I'm afraid, Olaf, I can't. The reason being is because if you show a live stream of a match that you don't have the rights to show or agreement in place, the channel could be in trouble. So sadly, I can't, but I can keep you up to date of this game as much as I can while I watch it. So do stay on if you want. It is the scoreboard's below me and the lineups and the match time above me. Anu Gut Rav has said a fort. Ajax's style of play goes against the current tide of fast attacking play across Europe, which inevitably hurts the club, like this year in the UEFA Champions League. Good point. Yes, because Ajax are in the Europa League, aren't they? They started out in the Champions League and they didn't get out of the group stages after they were in the same group as Liverpool and Atalanta. And I think the other one was Michelin, I might be wrong. But yeah, it's a weird one because they're playing 4-3-3, which is a formation not many managers do these days in modern football, especially at the highest level of European football. But then you look at PSV and they're doing 4-2-2-2, which I don't know if that is correct. That's what the predicted formations were before the kickoff. But yeah, I think it has hurt Ajax. And it's under the same manager that got them to the semi-finals of the Champions League in 2019, so Adam McNally asking me, if you had to take one player from each of today's team and they go straight into your starting 11 for your next club's game, who would you take? When you say one player from each of today's team, which teams are you on about? Are you on about Ajax and PSV, or? Let me know what you think. Sounds like a good challenge. If you haven't yet, folks, if you're watching the stream, subscribe to Let's Talk Sport. Click the subscribe button. Hoping to get to 400. Here come PSV now on the right-hand side. And this is a good chance. He's got through the defence. Oh, and it's straight at Stecklenburg. And I think it's going to be a corner, but the PSV players feel as though the forward for PSV had been pulled down when he got into the box. Blind completely mishandled the whole thing. He should have been able to get his back behind the ball and make the clearance. Oh, just when he makes the kick, there is a player behind Dumfries. I'm not sure which Ajax player it was, but Dumfries there feels as though he should have got a penalty. I think the referee's having VAR checked before they take this corner. I don't think it is a penalty. No. They have checked and it seems all good, so it's going to be a corner for PSV, but who knows? They might just get a goal from this set piece. Corner comes in. Headed out. So Adam McNally's basically saying I have to pick one player from PSV and Ajax that would make it into my 11, my starting 11 for my next club's game. It's a good, I like that, it's a good challenge. Start off with Ajax. I know Ajax a bit more than PSV. You know, I would actually say Tagliafico, but he's not available. He's not playing today, so that doesn't count. I really like Tagliafico. He's a good player. And I think he was linked to Man City last summer, which felt like if he didn't move last summer to the Prem, I feel as though he would never be in the Prem, because he is getting old now. I think he's 30? I might be wrong. Let me check. I think really right now when you look at form, it has to be Sebastian Haller from Ajax. And then I've got to pick a PSV player. Tagliafico. Oh no, he's 28. Oh, I kept thinking he was older. It's not a bad age still to get Tagliafico, and he's not exactly going to be that expensive. On the back foot with Ajax, and they've tried to make a big clearance. Instead, it's landed on the edge of their own box. Now with Malen, Gotze, Rosario, Instead, Ajax just boots it out of their own half just in case. Interesting game though. 25 minutes gone. You know, it's not been many chances, but it's been tight between these two teams. PSV have found themselves more in this game in the last 5 to 10 minutes. Adam said he would take any centre-back for PSV. I'm going to say Gotze. Oh, corner, cross comes in from Gotze, and Ajax head it out of the box again. But I don't know what to think. I mean, it's such a shame what's happened to Gotze. Joe Stanley mentioned in the live chat page before that, you know, sadly with his injuries, it's just not worked out for him. You know, this was someone who was at Dortmund, then at Bayern Munich. Excuse me. Adam McNally saying every little helps at this point. That's the thing, the season's not that far away from finishing, but there's still a lot of games where you could just do with a few more players. But surely, Adam, this is an opportunity for youth players at Liverpool. We've seen a few of them have a go. And I know they need to learn and get experience, and they'll make mistakes, but I think this is a perfect opportunity for them. You know, they're there to become football players. They've got to do it at some point. Otherwise, they'll get a contract somewhere else. If they impress others, of course. It is weird seeing Gotze in a PSV shirt. They've just shown a slow-mo replay of him with the ball. And yeah, he just looks older. I haven't watched him in a while, but this is the first time I've seen him in a while. It's all PSV at the moment. It's in the box with Zahavi. Martinez intercepts and it's out of the penalty area. And I think they've got a free kick, Ajax. Adam McNally says, yeah, incredible to watch how Phillips has progressed. But this is the thing, like this is what they've been built for. They've been getting their whole career ready for that moment to play for the first team. You know, it's a great opportunity. You know, I get that the injuries do not help, but there's nothing you can do about that unless you look at the physio side and think, are they being dealt with? Are they doing it right in terms of what they do in training? Because Klopp's team last season were ridiculous in the Premier League. And I think that might have knackered them out a little bit because they were non-stop winning games. And then come the later part of last season, they started to get found out, and I think really they have been found out and they haven't dealt with it. Let's find out the final score in the earlier Premier League games. Let me just check. So, Crystal Palace 0, Fulham 0. That was a big chance for Fulham to get 3 points there, I feel. But even though it was away from home, they could have done with a win today, just to put pressure on Newcastle and Brighton. Leicester City 1, Arsenal 3. That's a big win for Arsenal. And a good win for, as a United fan, that's a good result ahead before we go and play Chelsea. If we could beat Chelsea today, we would then be 3 points clear at second place. I mean, the title's over, so anyone that thinks the title race is still going on, unless City start to really slip up and United get form, I can't see that happening. But that's a good result. Just need to beat Chelsea now, and then all the teams around us have not won it but us. West Ham lost to Man City yesterday. Adam McNally says, Phillips has looked incredible in the air and fearless to go into tackles. He just needs to calm down when flying into the challenges. Again, experience, you know, he'll learn from that. He's in the best place to learn it. We can't have this many injuries and not look at the physio team, in my opinion. Even Origi's short hamstring issue, and he doesn't even jog. I think they need a restructure of that, because it's clearly, sadly, that's costing you trophies because of that. It's been a hard season though for everyone, even for Man City. You know, it's been a long season, and we're not even. We've still got 2 to 3. We've got pretty much March. We've got what, March, April, May of football yet, and this is just before they all go to. You know, for some of these players, they'll be playing in the Euros. It's a long period, and they only had 6 weeks in between league seasons, which, by the way, at least United and City had to go and play in Europe after the Premier League had finished, so they didn't even have 6 weeks. So, you know, all the teams have had to experience it. It's a long season, but they've all done it together, and I think, thank goodness there's been football on during all these lockdowns, or how the hell would we cope? Be literally fuck all to do. Rodrigo Gabriel says, hey, hello Rodrigo, how are you today? Who do you support? Who's your team? Is it PSV or Ajax? Meanwhile, it's still goalless, 32 minutes gone. It's been really quiet the last 10 or so minutes. PSV have looked a lot better. Ajax started off really well, showing why they were leading the Eredivisie league. PSV have a throw-in on the far side in their own half. Do subscribe to Let's Talk Sport, folks. Rodrigo comes from Brazil. Hello, Brazil. Brazil's 4 hours behind England, is it? If I can remember. 4 or 5 hours, something like that. So it must be the morning where you are. Who do you support, Rodrigo? As well as Brazil. Free kick for Ajax. Here at PSV, just outside the penalty area. It's with Dumfries, now Gotze to Ryan Thomas, and it's intercepted. Gravenberch with the ball for Ajax. Poor cross at the end into the box. Rodrigo says he's a Palmeiras fan. We're playing Brazil Cup final today versus Grêmio. I'm supporting Ajax today. Love the shirt they're playing, by the way. It's a fantastic shirt, isn't it, Rodrigo? It's a great away shirt. It's one of those that you just have to buy, regardless of the price. It's such a good shirt. Oh, and PSV have been caught offside. So, free kick for Ajax. I've got Rodrigo at half-time. I'll show you the Ajax shirt. I've got that shirt with Unnerstall on the back. It's not an original. You know, it's not. It's a replica, but it does the job. Oh, and Ajax have a shot and a good save by Mvogo. He had to cover his near post, and it's a corner. It was a shot from a very tight angle. It should never find the net, but it gets them a corner here, Ajax, which they've been quiet in the last few minutes. Rodrigo says it's 11 AM in Brazil, so they are 3 hours behind England, where I live. So here's a corner for Ajax. I think this is their second corner of the game. Here comes the corner. Header bounced before the goal, and it's wide. Martinez with the header there for Ajax, the defender. Yeah, Rodrigo's saying it's a fantastic shirt. It really is. I'll go get the shirt for you at half time. So stay tuned till half time, mate. Half time's in about what, 10 minutes? 35 minutes gone. Sorry, 36. Throw in for Ajax midway in their own half. We're now at 383 subscribers. Thank you very much for subscribing. If that was you, Rodrigo, thank you very much. If not, then do click subscribe. You don't have to. Appreciate the support, everyone. We're hoping to get to 400 subscribers soon. We're 17 subscribers away. Of course, for any of you that are watching, do get in touch in the live chat page. Let us know your thoughts on this game. We can talk about anything football, whatever you like. Jennifer DeBell says, Amsterdammers. I take it you're an Ajax fan, Jennifer. Currently 0-0. Oh, PSV go in for the run, and it's a foul outside the Ajax box. This is a big chance for PSV, and it's a yellow card for Martinez. And it was a definite foul. It was Rosario with the run, and then he pretty much got into a sandwich with Ajax players, and he just got pulled down. Blind started it off by getting his arm onto his. Yeah, there's no doubt a foul. He probably dived a little bit, but he was never going to get out of it. It was actually, sorry, it was Malen who got taken down. He wins the free kick for PSV. 7 minutes to go till we reach half time, and it needs a goal this game, and PSV have themselves a free kick here. It's in range for a direct free kick. We're now at 384 subscribers. Thank you very much to our 384th member. Annoyingly, YouTube doesn't tell me who that was, but whoever it was, do say who it was in the chat page, and I'll thank you for it. Always appreciate the support. So, free kick here for PSV. There's a 5-man wall for Ajax at the moment. And he takes the free kick, top corner of the net. 1-0 PSV. And it's Zahavi who has scored the goal for PSV. He has opened the scoring. And it's exactly what PSV needed in this game, to take the lead against the league leaders in an attempt to close the gap at the top of the Eredivisie table. Well, it was actually quite further away from the top corner of the net, but Stecklenburg didn't even move an inch. And because he found the target, PSV are ahead. PSV 1, Ajax 0. Nice little free kick. Roy Dunbos is it? Says Triple K, hope you're well, Roy. Who are you supporting today? Rodrigo's just asked me, is the keeper sleeping? It wasn't, I mean, he just didn't move at all, did he? Didn't move an inch. Big goal for Ajax there, sorry, for PSV. Ajax have got to get themselves going in this game because they've been really quiet since the first 10 minutes, I'd say. So, confirmation then, Aaron Zahavi with a 39th minute free kick opens the score, and here come PSV again. Cross comes in, it's dealt with by Martinez. Martinez was the one who was responsible for giving away the free kick. And the ball comes in again from PSV. They look so much more dangerous than Ajax at the moment, but which is good to see them do, because they need to treat this as it is a home game, even though it's an empty stadium at the Philips ground today. So I'll read some of your comments in just a moment. Meanwhile, PSV have the ball on the right wing. They'd love to go 2-0 up, wouldn't they, before the interval? A few mentions of Onana, the Ajax goalkeeper who's suspended for a year, in our comments. We'll talk about that. And it's going to be... Oh, is that a corner? I think Stecklenburg giving away a corner from a shot from 40 yards. There's a bit of confusion here. Stecklenburg says the ball went out by the time he touched the ball. I think it is going to be a corner. It was a random kick from nowhere. And Stecklenburg, I don't know what he was trying to do. He just tried to keep it in play. I'm not sure if it came off an Ajax player but it's going to be a corner anyway, I think. Which is just a corner out of nowhere. Rodrigo saying that the free kick was reachable. Unless you mean unless you mean something else, but yeah. Probably could have been dealt with. Simple free kick. PSV corner then, with 2 minutes to go till half time. Ball across the face of goal, header, no one at it for PSV. Bicycle kick attempt completely failed, and I think there's a free kick for Ajax because of that with a high kick. Let's read some of your comments. Anogat says lack of Onana is hurting Ajax throughout the game. Yeah, he's of course suspended for a while, a good year, which is a long time for a goalkeeper. You know, a year out of his career in football it's a long time. It's a very big ban. Who remembers Rio Ferdinand getting an 8-month ban for missing a drugs test? People forget that. 8 months is a long time. For a defender like him at United, they certainly missed him, I'm sure. Duke Bacchus says, God for Dom. Rodrigo joking that the keeper was nailed in the ground, absolutely. Adam McNally saying, I don't get the Onana situation, it's very confusing. Well, what happened again? I can't remember. What did he do? I can't remember. I remember reading the story, but I've forgotten already. Let us know in the chat page what he did. I could Google it, but if you folks know, let me know. I can't remember. Throw in for Ajax. Looking for an equaliser. It's with Haller, and it's straight at the goalkeeper, Mvogo. They're trying to do a bit of 1-2 passing between Haller and I think, who was that? I can't quite tell. Came off his foot out of nowhere, and didn't see the ball coming, and it's easy to pick up for Mvogo. And that's half time, straight at the 45th minute mark. So no added time from the referee at the Philips Stadium. And it's PSV who take the lead against the league leaders. Zahavi's free kick on the 39th minute, finding the top corner of the net, has made it a good start for PSV, and they've been the better team in the last half an hour of the first half, I'd say. First 10 minutes or so, Ajax had a great attempt, which somehow, with the goalkeeper off the line, the ball was past him. Somehow it didn't go into the net. All it would have taken would have been a poke at goal, and it just didn't. So at half time, it's PSV Eindhoven 1, Ajax 0. And we'll go through the other scores in just a bit. That's happening all over Europe. If you haven't already, folks, do click subscribe to our channel. Do like the stream if you're enjoying it as well. Let's see how many subscribers we're at. We are at 384. Let's go for 390 today by the end of the stream. Why not? Let's get to 390. Help us get there. We need 6 more subscribers. Let's read some of the comments. Apparently, according to Adam McNally, Onana took his sister's pill by accident. And then Onagut has said Onana is being made into an example. He took a pill for a headache prescribed to his wife unknowingly. His ban will not be lifted. Adam says it's very, very confusing. And Onog has said he thought he was taking an aspirin. It's happened though, hasn't it? Where 1 or 2 athletes have apparently mistaken themselves with sulfate and then they got a ban because of it. I think it happened to Sharapova. She had to miss a few months or at least a year. Or was it 2 years? I think she had a really big ban actually. And that was pretty much the end of her career. She played some tennis after that, but then she decided to retire. And yeah, that didn't end very well. Apparently she said she took something that she didn't think was illegal, and then obviously she said she didn't check her emails or something, but I don't know. I don't know if she was really guilty. Who knows? Only she knows. That's what I would say. I do remember I was watching an Ajax game a few weeks ago in the Cup, and I think this was against either Fein or PSV, I can't remember, which we did a watch along on this channel. And Onana was watching in the stands, and I think this was the first game of his ban. And I remember his teammates came out wearing a T-shirt over them before they'd start the game, saying that they were supporting Onana. So clearly the team are gutted for him not to be playing. They're clearly behind him. They clearly believe in what's happened. You know, as in, like, he didn't mean to make the mistake. And I'm sure he didn't. You know, I think he's clever enough to know not to make a mistake like that. I mean, one other thing I wondered is, are Ajax paying him? I mean, I'd imagine he's still getting paid. It'd be interesting if he's still getting the same pay. Adam McNally says Onana had some promising links as well. He was linked to teams like Chelsea and other massive clubs around Europe. He was last summer, yes, and then of course Chelsea signed Mendy, which, you know, Onana's not a bad keeper, but it does feel like with him having this ban, that, I mean, it'll push him back, of course, but it's not good at all. How old is Onana? I'm gonna find that out. He's 24. I keep thinking he's older, so he's got plenty of time, hasn't he? He'll be 25, I guess, by the time he'll be 25 on April the 2nd. So yeah, he'll be 25 when he next plays football at this rate, unless they can lift the ban, which I'd imagine they won't, which is a shame. Anyway, let's go through the score lines going on in the Premier League today. So there was a 12 o'clock kickoff in 2 of the games for Crystal Palace and Fulham, as well as Leicester City versus Arsenal. And it's ended goalless between Crystal Palace and Fulham, which is a big missed opportunity, I feel, for Fulham. You know, they could have beaten Palace, I think, on paper. If they had won, they would have been level on points with Newcastle before they play their game. Actually, no, Newcastle did play yesterday, didn't they? Yeah, the same amount of games they've played now. Could have done with a win there, Fulham. But Leicester losing 3-1 at home to Arsenal. Arsenal, the goals coming from David Luiz, Lacazette in the first half, and then Pepe 52 minutes in the second half. And this was after Leicester had taken the lead from a Tillemans goal on the 6th minute. It's actually David Luiz's first Premier League goal in 16 months. Kind of find that hard to believe. He likes to attack, David Luiz, for a defender. There is other games going on. There's one game going on in the Premier League. 20 minutes in, and it's already Tottenham Hotspur 2, Burnley 0. And guess who scored for them the first goal? Gareth Bale, the once golfing major champion. He's finally got himself back into football, and it's good to see him starting. I mean, what a weird transfer that's been. It's not gone to plan, has it? We all hoped he would be a starter and be lifting things at Tottenham Hotspur, but maybe this is it. Son got the assist for Bale's goal, and Bale got the assist for Kane's goal to make it 2-0. And it's only 19 minutes old, that game, and Tottenham already looking like to get 3 points from their home game against Burnley, which is exactly what Mourinho would have hoped for, because he was definitely under pressure. And there's been talks that there are managers being talked to be the next man at Tottenham. Nagelsmann, the RB Leipzig manager, has been linked, and apparently he did say in an interview that he wouldn't say no to the job if offered. So maybe time is nearly up for him at Leipzig. Of course, they're only 2 points behind Bayern in the Bundesliga at the moment, so he'd love to go for the title there if he can. Certainly help his CV out to beat Bayern Munich for the Bundesliga title. That would be a very, very good achievement. There is other games going on. Let me just try to find a good page for it. So there was a Scottish League Cup final going on right now, which I completely forgot. 19 minutes in, Livingston 0, St Johnstone 0. And the Bundesliga, it's just about to finish at Union Berlin, which has been 1 apiece between them and Hoffenheim. And then that's followed by a 2:30 kickoff of Mainz up against Augsburg. Bayer Leverkusen against Freiburg at 5 o'clock. And then in Serie A, there was a result between Sampdoria and Atalanta. Atalanta at full time 1-2-0. There's 3 games going on at the same time. Crotone 0, Cagliari 0. I'm terrible at Italian names. Inter Milan 1, Genoa 0, Udinese 0, Fiorentina 0. And the games later on this evening at 5 o'clock, it's Napoli versus Benevento, and AS Roma up against AC Milan, which is a big game for AC Milan if they want to stay in this title race, because if they don't win that and Inter do beat Genoa today, I think Serie A could be, I think it could be sealed. Anyway, we're just going to have a 2-minute break, folks. Don't go anywhere. The stream isn't going to end. I'm just going to go for a quick toilet break, and I'll be right back. So don't go anywhere. Welcome back to our live watch-along of PSV Eindhoven versus Ajax. Still half-time. The game should be back underway in about a minute or so. While I was gone for my quick break, Rodrigo, who's from Brazil, who's watching our stream, I did say to you, didn't I, that during the half-time I would show you the Ajax shirt that they're playing in today, and it is a beautiful away shirt. This is it. The Ajax away shirt that they're playing in today, and what a beautiful shirt it is. I love this shirt. It's a fantastic design. It's such a fantastic template. Huntelaar on the back, which is a bit awkward because he's now left. So that is a bit annoying, but oh well. It will go down as memory. Because he did score a goal in this shirt as well, so something to remember. At least he actually played in it. So we're just waiting for the game to get back underway. PSV 1, Ajax 0. We did forget, though, to look at the Eredivisie score. If I can find it. In case you're wondering, we are doing a live watch-along later this afternoon between Chelsea and Manchester United in the Premier League. So do do join us for that. The game kicks off at 4:30. That'll be with Joe Stanley and Seb True and Darren Hughes. In the Dutch Eredivisie earlier today, it was Sparta Rotterdam 0, Willem 2-2. Every time I say Willem 2 and then it ends up, or Willem the second or something, they always get 2 goals, so I end up having to say 2 twice. Makes me laugh. FC Groningen half-time at the moment with Fortuna Sittard, and it's 0 each. And then later on at 3:45, it's AZ Alkmaar versus Feyenoord. Anyway, as you can hear the atmosphere, the half-time music still playing, but the Ajax team are the first team to come back out onto the pitch, and I think Ajax might make their first substitution of the game. PSV players are still in the tunnel. Ajax could do with a goal quickly. And the PSV players have come out. Let's read some of your comments. Anna got, this is back to our Anano talk we had earlier, the Ajax goalkeeper who's banned for a year because of doping. Well, Jug's ban. UEFA said that Onana getting 1 year ban is better than the usual 4-year ban. I mean, 1 year still hurts everyone involved, absolutely. Anything, a year or more is a long time. It's a long time. Adam McNally says Onana is 25, so quite young for a goalkeeper. Exactly, there's still time, opportunities for him, and Ajax, I'm sure, will keep hold of him. So, about to kick off for the second half, and we are back underway. PSV attacking from left to right, Ajax from right to left. And here they come straight away. PSV ball comes into the box. Bit too far there for Thomas. He's kept it in play though for PSV to keep this opportunity going. Chipped ball in back into the penalty area, and Ajax deal with it by clearing it out, and it lands onto the centre circle. And there seems to be watching the replay, I missed it, but it looked as though there was a foul on one of the Ajax players. Already a minute into the second half and it's getting nasty between the two teams. Maybe Ajax are going to show a bit more frustration if they still are a goal behind against PSV. More Life has got in touch and has said, asked me, what are the chances of Ajax winning here? They just need to get themselves going. They haven't had any threats since the first 10 or 15 minutes of this game. Ajax can win this game, but they have to show up more up front anyway. But PSV have done their homework so far. If PSV get a second goal, I can't see Ajax coming back from that. Right now, I think a draw would be a good result for Ajax because they'd stay 6 points clear. PSV need the win more than Ajax if we're talking about a title race. More Life has said as well, I expect them to come back and win. Come on Ajax, he says. Meanwhile, they've got a free kick here. Just 7 minutes into the, sorry, 2.5 minutes into the second half. Header, and it doesn't go towards the target and it's gone behind for a PSV goal kick. I've been asked for a link for the game. I'm afraid I don't have a link for the game. Stay on this watch along though, and I can keep you updated on the game. We're at 384 subscribers at the moment, folks. If you haven't already, subscribe to Let's Talk Sport. So do subscribe if you're enjoying this stream. We're currently at 384. We'd love to get to 400, not 400, 390 subscribers by the end of this stream. So show your support by subscribing if you haven't already. Ajax now, they're into the PSV. Oh, and it's with Harler with a header, free header, way off target, and he kicks the post in frustration. And I can understand why, because that was the best opportunity for him in this game. Perfect cross from the left-hand side. He just couldn't get his head behind it and get the control he needed to find the net. Big, big chance there for Ajax to get back into this game. And as I mentioned, Haller kicking the post in frustration. And now it's a free kick for PSV in Ajax's half on the right hand side, and I think it's Schurz who's been being warned here by the ref. He's been penalised for it. Adam McNally asking if we'll be covering the Liverpool game. Is that the Liverpool-Sheffield United game? I'm right to think that's today, isn't it? We won't be, I don't think. Instead, it'll be Seb True covering one of the European games. I think he's covering one of the games in the French League this evening on our channel. PSV with the free kick. Enters the penalty area. Now headed out to the right wing of Dumfries. But I do believe Adam will be doing the Liverpool game against Chelsea in midweek on Thursday night. I believe Joe is doing that one for us. I might join him for that. So that'll be going ahead, so do join us for that. 51.5 minutes gone. Ajax looking for an equaliser. They've shown a bit more promise since half-time with a Sebastian Haller free header somehow not finding the target. With the PSV goalkeeper, boots it and it lands into the middle of the park. Let's have a look at some of the games coming up for Ajax and PSV, starting off with Ajax. So they've got a cup semi-final in midweek on Wednesday at 8 o'clock, and they're away to Heerenveen. Oh, pull on the shirt there against one of the Ajax players. That's no doubt a free kick for Ajax and a yellow card. He just pulled his shirt. He was just half-arsed, basically. Stupid move, really. But it stops the run of play, doesn't it? And that's Boscagli, who's been given the yellow card for PSV, the number 28. It's not a dangerous free kick because it's still early in PSV's half, and it's a short pass with the free kick. Here come PSV, it's in the box. Gravenberch, shot is blocked. Daley Blind intercepts. And here come PSV into the box. They could try and find a second goal. No, the ball's been tangled by so many players. Martinez intercepts, and that was a crucial interception, because I think PSV could have found themselves through on goal to double the lead, and instead it's on the other side of the pitch now. Blind with Alvarez. Now Timber. Klazan into the box. He likes a goal or two, but he doesn't get the kick he needed, and the keeper will clear it. And I think one of the Dumfries has gone down in the box in his own penalty area, and that's a free kick, and I think that was Klazan with the foul. Klazan's had an okay season since he's come back to Ajax. He joined back in the summer. I say joined, rejoined Ajax. This is, of course, he's from the Ajax Academy. And there's going to be a substitution here for the visitors. Double substitution, I think. Who's coming off and who's coming on? And it's Anthony who's coming off for Neres. And Alvarez is coming off for Kudus. So that's a double substitution for Ajax. Anthony just doing the fist pumps with his substitute teammate. Let's read some of your comments. Adam McNally, Tottenham 3-0 up. Wow, they're having a good game against Burnley. Let's not forget though, this is Burnley. Tottenham fans shouldn't get, I'm sure many Spurs fans won't be that convinced, but they'll be glad to see Bale at least got a goal and an assist from today's game. Just needs to start him more. Bale is one of the best players in the world when he wants to be. Let's be honest. Sadly though, he just hasn't been. I will say this now about some players. Some players deal with it well to be consistent throughout the whole career. I think with Bale, he has just hit the wall, and maybe he's just tired. Maybe he just didn't. Maybe because he was at the top of Real Madrid and he won so many trophies in terms of European Cups, it's easy to just think, what do I do now? You know, I could keep playing football until I retire at the age of, what, 35, 36? I just think for Bale, I know he's been playing golf and all that. It's not a bad life. He's got a great life, hasn't he, either way. But, you know, I do think some players will have a bad patch, and I think that's the one he's got at the moment. Look at Hazard at Real Madrid. Terrible transfer. And they spent a lot of money on him. Who knows, maybe Hazard will find that good patch again, or maybe if he leaves Real Madrid, he'll be back to where he was, back to what he was, what we saw of him at Stamford Bridge for Chelsea. Anagat has said Ajax trying to walk the ball in is not going to work against PSV. Completely agree. Completely agree. Ajax just haven't shown anything. Their best threat was a cross, and that wasn't even playing into the box. They tried to do it with Klazan before, but it didn't work. PSV, they just need to get another goal here, don't they? They need to bridge the gap. Let's find out who scored for Tottenham. Is it Bale again? Nope, it's Lucas Moura. So 3 different goal scorers for Spurs in that first half. Well, we're about to reach the hour mark here. Stekelenburg's having a poor game. He's making basic mistakes, and because of one now, he's giving away a corner. Stekelenburg is just like another classic Ajax signing that they've brought back into the team. Maybe just for the hell of it. Cheap. He knows the club. Easy. And yes, Stekelenburg being their main goalkeeper is not the way to go. But this is the situation they're in. Ball comes in. Oh, surely it could be. Oh, shot off target. Just as I said that about Stekelenburg. He's just made a big save close from goal. Close range shot. His right hand makes the stop. Corner came in, and Ajax defence, it went past all of them. And that was a big chance for PSV. That should have been 2-0. Stekelenburg got his body out, had his arms out, and hoped for the best. And just as I say all that, he made a big save to keep Ajax in this game. 60 minutes gone. PSV 1, Ajax 0. Now Klazan with a big kick from one side of the field to the other. And yet Tadic couldn't keep it in play. PSV throwing. PSV haven't made any substitutions as of yet. It's now with Ajax on the right wing, and they've got a throw in PSV. Anna has just said something that is the most refreshing thing I have heard, and I completely agree with this. I've been saying this for such a long time in terms of style of football. Let me read it out to you. He says, Pep ruined it for all with his magical Barca side. Never have a plan B. Before that, Sir Alex taught every manager that adaptation is the key to success. When Ajax fail, they just look stubborn. Couldn't be more spot on, mate. That is the comment of the day on our chat page. I have to agree. I mean, don't get me wrong, that Barca team under Pep was magical to watch. It was a great team, but it was boring. You know, it wasn't exactly. I'll never forget the Barcelona Inter Milan game, 2010 Champions League semi-final. It was at Nou Camp. Inter Milan could not get a goal until the later parts of the game, which was they needed to get at least 2 goals to win by away goals, as long as Inter didn't score, which Inter didn't score any goals that night. They parked the bus, and that was when maybe Mourinho's tactic was born, this whole park the bus thing. And Barcelona did the same tactic throughout the whole game, and it wasn't until the 85th minute or something like that they finally found the net from their defender, not a striker, a defender of Gerard Piqué. Did they find another goal? No, they got knocked out at home by Inter Milan when they were defending the Champions League. I'm not saying it doesn't work what Pep does, of course it works, but the fact that they didn't have a second plan against a team that was clearly ready for them, and Mourinho read the tactics for both teams. He clearly read it inside out. He nailed it. And that was Mourinho at his peak. That was probably the best team he ever had, that Inter Milan squad. It was so good. Won everything that season, including the Champions League. But yeah, there's so many teams that are trying to do that similar style over the years, and I just don't get why. You know, stick to what has worked for you. With Man United, I used to always remember with United, it was crosses mainly. You know, have 2 wingers, 2 strikers. I don't know if that would work in modern day football, probably not, but, you know, it's pace. United aren't fast anymore. They don't have pace, they don't have wingers anymore. I mean, there's been rumours of Jadon Sancho to United. If that happens, I honestly don't think Sancho would work out at United, because I just don't know if it's his style compared to Dortmund. We'll see if it happens. It happens. We'll see what happens. We can't do anything about it. We just spectate and see what happens. But yeah, I completely agree with you. I'm not saying I'm saying it's a horrible style of football. Yes, it works, it wins and stuff like that, of course. But sadly, a lot of teams have gone to that style thinking it works. I'm sorry, but I'm sure Pep's even starting to move away from it. But I agree with you about Fergie. He adapted. Every time he won the league, he adapted. He always got someone. He always changed his squad, and that's what Klopp didn't do last summer. Adam McNally, if you're still watching, I mean, Klopp only got Thiago, which was hard to say no to for a midfielder like him for 20 million. I still think he's a bit overrated, but he's a great player still, of course. But very, very hyped last year for Bayern Munich. And then they got Diego Jota, which Jota's a great signing so far until he got injured. You know, he got the goals while Firmino wasn't getting them. Jota was getting quite a few big wins for Liverpool until he got injured. It was a good signing so far. But for Klopp, I don't know if it. I think people are being a bit harsh towards Klopp, saying that he doesn't adapt. I mean, he did make 2 signings in the summer. Unless he made any more, do tell me, because I can't remember. Just as I say that, Ajax are coming for the attack. They've been really quiet again. They're trying to, as Gotze has said, Ajax are just trying to play into the box and get a goal here. It's not working. They're just playing outside the box, going round like a semicircle. PSV defending for their lives, you'd imagine, over the next 24 minutes or so. But yeah, I don't think Klopp's season was going that bad until the injuries struck. once Van Dijk went, it wasn't. Liverpool was still getting wins without Van Dijk, but then I think it was when the likes of Gomez went, and then you had Henderson and Fabinho, and it's gone out for a goal kick for PSV. Another wasted chance for Ajax there. Sebastian looking very frustrated with his body language. He tried to get it through to his teammate, who couldn't keep the ball in play in the box. Oh dear. But yeah, I thought that, Liverpool were top around Christmas time, weren't they? They got that big win against Palace away from home, and it just felt like the old Liverpool was back. Or, this is why they're champions of the Premier League. This is why they won the Champions League the year before. This is why, they had been very successful under Klopp. But then all these injuries struck, and now look at them. They can't. You don't know if you don't even. Let's be honest, Adam, and for any Liverpool fan watching. You can't tell me you're confident they're going to beat Sheffield United today, away from home, a team that's physical and likes it in the air. Because that's what they're going to do, Sheffield, today. And as long as Liverpool don't have those defenders in place, I think it's anyone's game. I'm not saying Liverpool won't win, but Sheffield United will feel confident. They beat Man United recently. Why can't they? They're just replaying the free kick goal from Zahavi back in the first half, as the game is paused at the moment. Oh, excuse me. Game's back underway. PSV have the ball in the Ajax box. Poor cross or pass across the face of goal. It went in the air and it just went out of the box to no one, and it's an Ajax throw-in. PSV have been, as you'd expect, they've been more in their own half in this second half. Some more comments coming in. Adam McNally says, yeah, Sancho to United is a strange one for me, because if I had to pick a similar player to Sancho, it would be Dan James in top form. Yes, Dan James in the last few games has actually, since that Real Sociedad away game in the Europa League, Dan James has picked himself up a little bit. 2 to 3 games now, he's been good. And Dan James, hopefully, for United, and for me as a United fan, oh, hang on, Stekelenburg's come out of goal. Oh, that was a great decision for him to come out early. He got the ball off Boscagli, which I think Boscagli was offside anyway, so it wouldn't have mattered. But at the time, he wasn't to know, and he made the right decision. Anyway, yeah, but yeah, Dan James is a weird one. I think with Dan James, he just needs to be able to control the ball more, I think, and just have a bit more awareness and a bit more of a football brain. He's a good player. He's got pace. He needs to use that. It's exactly what Fergie would have signed, I think, years ago. It's like signing a Valencia, but just not muscular and not accurate with the crosses. I think Dan James has still got a chance at United. I still feel as though maybe he should go on loan. I don't know. He was linked to Leeds back in January to go on loan, which at that time I would have let him go. Oh, and here come Ajax with a shot. It's blocked. Blind showing a bit of desperation, I felt there, with the half-volleyed effort. And PSV have a play down, so the game will be paused for a moment. And Argot has said, Ajax in 2019, ball from Delanhge, pass to De Jong, pass to De Beek, pass to Ziyech, pass to Tadic, and the result, goal. Play the same with the current squad and it won't work. Adam McNally says, so far Thiago has impacted us for the worse. I felt the amount of yellow cards and everything looks to need to go through his, where last season was so free-flowing. And then he says, no, that past month for Also, there's been this thing in the back of my mind that there's a chance we could lose, whereas last season that would never even come to thought, only when playing Bayern Munich. I know what you mean. As a United fan, I don't know anymore. Under Fergie, I remember the Fergie days. You always felt confident. I don't know what to expect from United Chelsea today. Be a good game. Do subscribe to Let's Talk Sport, folks, if you're watching. We're at 384. Let's get to 385. Who would like to be our 385th member? Ajax have 17 minutes or so to rescue a point here. This would be a big win for PSV. But I think when you look at the Ajax, the Eredivisie table, I think, yeah, Ajax still have a game in hand on PSV. So if they were to win that game in hand, they can make it 6 points again. So it's in their hands, Ajax, to win this league, regardless of what happens today. Free kick for Ajax, I think. Unless the referee believes it was a dive. Nope, it's going to be a free kick. It was Tadic who was fouled. As I've said before, Ajax will take a draw today. It'd probably make things interesting if it's a draw and Alkmaar get a win against, I think it's Fein they play later. Ball comes in. Hit again, just no threat from Ajax. And it's gone behind for a PSV goal kick. At this moment, PSV are going to get the 3 points. They could just do with a moment, can't they, PSV, to just push the ball forward and look for a second goal and get the 3 points. They need these 3 points. And a substitution from PSV. Thomas has gone off. And Vertessen has come on. Oh, and had to be punched away by Mvogo. Was that a corner? It's gone out. No. Linesman was watching it next to him. Ball's still in play. PSV get the ball out onto the halfway line. Now here come PSV with a rare attack, as we've not seen much in this second half. Ball comes through, well dealt with by Martinez. He is a good defender. I've not watched much of him, but in today's game I think he's been class. I know he gave away the free kick, which led to PSV's goal, but he can track back. I tell you, someone to keep an eye out, I feel. I know it's only been one game I've seen him, but the Sandro Martinez, I think, has done a good job for Ajax today, regardless of the scoreline. Here they come now, Ajax. Surely a shot on target. No, it's another shot block in the middle of the box. The run and momentum was there for him, but he just couldn't find the target. And yet again, PSV are happy to just keep blocking these attempts from Ajax. Subscribe to Let's Talk Sport. If you haven't already, do click the subscribe button. We'd love to reach 385 subscribers before the end of this stream. Ajax have a throw-in on the far side. And they're just replaying Martinez's tackle, which was a crucial one to keep them in the game. And here come PSV. It's 3 against 3 against the run of play. And they're in the box. Surely they could finish it. Oh, Stecklenburg with the save, but the rebound is in. And PSV are 2-0 up. And that might have just sealed the game here. And what a 3 big points this would be for PSV if they can hold on to it now. Surely they've completely studied Ajax in this game. 12 minutes to go. PSV Eindhoven 2. Ajax 0. Stecklenburg did so well with the save, but unfortunately for him, the ball went up in the air. I'm not sure who scored for PSV. I'll just check now. They're showing the replay again. So it's just a run up from the halfway line. Shot first saved by Stecklenburg, but then unfortunately for him, the ball bounced up and went into the path of the goal scorer, and it was a simple header with the goal at the end. An open goal, he couldn't miss. He does well. And Ajax 2-0 down. .12 minutes to go, and VAR is being checked here for PSV's second goal. Now, I think this is for handball. Oh, it's from the rebound save. Yeah, the referee signaled that it's come off the arm. Oh, that's a bit harsh. I don't know about that. It's ball to hand. It's not like it was. I don't know if the ref. I don't know. I thought that was a goal. That's a real shame. This is what I hate about VAR. You see the celebrations go on, and like me misleading, thinking that that's the winning goal, and then 10 minutes to go. So it's back to 1-0. So it's 1-0. So the scoreline hasn't changed. And Ajax have got a substitution, and Bobby has come on and has replaced Gravenberch. PSV, no, that's a shot, and it's way over the bar. PSV looking for that second goal, just after they had a goal disallowed. 10 minutes to go. We all thought that the game was over when they made it 2-0, but somehow the match is still alive because of VAR. Let us know at home on the live chat page, do you think that was a good decision by the referee to disallow that goal? I thought it was a bit harsh. And that has said 2 goals showing how we miss Onana. I thought he did a good save though. And then the rebound was just a bit unfortunate the way it deflected off him. But luckily for Stecklenburg, it's only 1 goal against his name. Here come PSV again. Surely, oh! Ball across the face of goal, and a tap-in would have done it. Here come PSV again, though, on the left-hand side. Instead, they've gone a few yards back. And now it comes through into the box, and there's a free kick. Yep, free kick for PSV. So it's pretty much in the same areas where PSV got their first goal of the game, well, their only goal of the game. There wasn't much contact in that, to be honest. I don't know if that was a free kick. But that low ball cross before could have sealed the deal. So can PSV get the 3 points with this free kick? We're at 385 subscribers. Thank you very much to our 385th subscriber. And Klazan is doing the new modern way of how to deal with the wall in a free kick by lying down behind the wall. Oh, it's so stupid, isn't it? Here we go then. Oh, what a save by Stecklenburg. It wasn't the biggest kick, but Stecklenburg makes the save. It goes behind for a corner. And PSV nearly won the game with 2 free kick goals. This time it was Philip Max with the effort from the free kick. Stecklenburg keeps it at 1-0. And they've got a corner here, PSV, with 7 minutes to go. PSV have been, no doubt, the better team. And they've got themselves a lot busier up front in the last 10 minutes. I'd say, anyway. Corner is short. Back to the corner kick taker. Oh, the cross isn't good. And it might just go out for an Ajax throw, and instead Ajax intercept, and they've given away a throw into PSV. And Agot has said it was absolutely a handball, and that's coming from an Ajax fan. I get why it was given. I'm not saying it isn't, but it's just the way it's given. I mean, it hit him around there. I personally think handball should only be from here and to your hand. So here, halfway point to your hand. Of course, I don't do the rules, but I just feel like when the player's not doing it intentionally, it's just come and hit him. That's why I don't like handball rules, because it just seems to be that as long as it hits your hand or arm or whatever, it's a handball. And I'm just thinking, is it though? Well, it looks as though Gotze has been able to play 90 minutes here. I don't want to ruin it for him, but he should be able to play on to the end. Here he is now, Gotze. Wonder how long he'll be at PSV for. And according to Adam McNally, it's 4-0 to Spurs, and it's Gareth Bale again getting his 2nd goal of the game. What a game for Bale. And I think the Wales fans will be pretty hyped up about that as well. Especially with the Euros coming up this summer. They would love to see Bale's form come into the tournament. PSV have just had a shot. It's just over the crossbar, and it's a goal kick for Ajax. 5 minutes to go. And apparently it was Son with the assist for Bale's 2nd goal of the game to make it 4-0. While the PSV player's being treated, and there's been a yellow card. I think it's for Gotze. So yeah, as mentioned before, the Ajax fixtures coming up. So they've got Heerenveen in the Cup semi-final on Wednesday night. Here come Ajax with a header straight to Mvogo. Mvogo's not had much to deal with in this game, to be honest with you. I like to sometimes assess games by how goalkeepers have been involved in terms of saves that they've had to make, but I can't really recall much effort being needed from Mvogo. But there's still 4 minutes to go. So yeah, Ajax have Heerenveen in the Cup semi-final. Then they play Groningen this time, well, next Sunday at 11:15 in the morning UK time. Very early kickoff. Especially for us in the UK, we don't have any games kicking off until at least 12:30 in the UK on a Saturday or a Sunday. Probably easier to deal with. You get up early, but you get to finish early. And then, of course, Ajax have got young boys in the Europa League on Thursday, the 11th of March. They start off the tie at home. Here come Ajax now. It's gone behind for a goal kick for PSV, has it? Yeah. Another moment wasted for the visitors. So at this moment, PSV are going to go 3 points behind Ajax at the top of the table. Bit of head tennis going on in the midfield. 2 minutes to go. Do Ajax have any more opportunities to stop the PSV party? Oh, there's a foul there against Ajax, and Ajax will get a free kick, and that's a yellow card for one of the PSV players, the number 9 that is. This could be Ajax's last chance. It was Malen with the yellow card towards him, the striker. I think he'll take that for the team maybe, unless Ajax can get something from this set piece. Cross comes in, and the ball's in the box. Header, saved by Mvogo, double save I think. There's calls for handball, and it's a penalty for Ajax. And I think it was Dumfries who made the handball. He's down on the ground there, acting as though he was injured. And I think, oh God, there's not going to be a red card here, is there? There's a red card in his hand, but he hasn't raised it yet. What drama we have here, just seconds before we reach the 90. Wow. Just when PSV thought they might just get the winner, and they were about to make a substitution as well, and the play is down, but the referee has pointed to the spot. Adam McNally has put in capitals in the live chat page, come on Ajax. Dumfries is being treated at the moment. Looks as though he's being checked on his nose or something. Well, we're into the 90th minute now. And it's going to be 4 minutes of added time. Let's watch the replay again. Oh, it's hit his hand. It's Dumfries. He's been hit twice by the ball, and the second time it's hit his arm. And it's a penalty. Unless they're going to check VAR to say no, but I think it is a penalty. Oh, how handball has helped Ajax today. Who's going to take it? So Dumfries has got a yellow card, despite the injury he's had. I think he might have been acting it a little bit though. And Mvogo, who was only minutes away from getting a clean sheet, is now having to face a penalty. And it's Tadic who will take the penalty. Tadic scores into the middle of the net, and Ajax have saved themselves a point here at the Philips Stadium, and Dumfries isn't happy with Tadic. There's been words exchanged since the goal. This isn't good to see. Of course, this is a big rivalry. Klazan is having to push Tadic away, and really Tadic should just celebrate this moment and not get feisty. Klaassen really is having to control him here. He's having to keep pulling him back, which isn't good because Tadic is their captain as well. So it doesn't look good for a captain. Now he's apologising to the ref. If I was the ref, I'd give them both a booking. Wow. I don't know what Dumfries did, but he clearly must have said something to Tadic to alert him. But either way, I think the goal will, of course, stand. Ajax have got the goal, and it's 1-1. What late drama we have had in a game where Ajax have been pretty dull, if you ask me. But out of nowhere, they've got a penalty on the last minute, and I'm sure that this is going to be the result. About a minute or so left to go, but I'd imagine there'll be a bit more added time because of the delay. Dumfries, slow-mo replay of him showing his frustration. He knows he's let down his team in a way. Dumfries and Tadic are now still having words. They're near each other, getting ready for a throw-in. It's now with the PSV defence just booting the ball out. Have they got one last chance, maybe PSV, to take back the lead? Maybe not. Oh, Hall has been fouled, and I think that's going to be yellow card. PSV players are just showing frustration now because they know they've blown up their chances of winning the league. I feel after this, they'll still go 6 points behind Ajax. I did say during the game, even when PSV went 1-0 up, Ajax would take a draw today. With the way this game has come out, they'll definitely take it. So Teze receiving a booking, and that's it. The referee blows the whistle for full time, and late drama here at the Philips Stadium. Tadic, the captain, has led Ajax to a vital draw, and he's having to be pulled away again by his teammates. Don't know what has happened there between him and Dumfries has just pointed towards the tunnel while looking at Tadic, and he's saying to him, I think he's saying to him, come and meet me in the tunnel, which is normally the case when players have a fallout. And now the PSV players are having to push him away. Now Stecklenburg is just telling Dumfries to calm down. He's really angry. Something's been said. I think something's been said, and it's rattled both of them. It's not what you like to see. Deep down, Tadic will be delighted with the result, but he's got to get over this. And even the Ajax manager has had to come out and push Tadic away. And now the Ajax manager's going up to Dumfries. He's just trying to calm things down and just shake their hands and just get on with it. So full time, PSV 1, Ajax 1. What a game at the end of all that. Ajax stay top with 6 points clear over PSV. A big result for them. Let's look at the stats of the game as it's up on my screen. 41% possession for PSV, Ajax with 59. Goal attempts was more towards Ajax's side, 17-9, but PSV had more shots on target, five shots on target, 3 for Ajax. And the passes is expected more for Ajax, 468 to PSV's 309. But the only stat that matters is the scoreline. So that's the end of the game. What a result for Ajax at the end. And what an absolute killer that is for PSV and their chances of trying to stop Ajax with that Eredivisie title. And let's have a look at the Eredivisie table after that, because it will not have changed at the top. Ajax on 57 points after 23 matches have been played, and that means they still have that game in hand over PSV, because PSV are on 51 points with 24 games played, and the goal difference is a massive one. Ajax 55 to PSV's 29, so really it's just going in one direction. I think I can say it for all Eredivisie football fans, Dutch football fans are gutted that PSV didn't get the win, because it would have really hottened the title race up for sure. So Ajax 6 points clear with a game in hand over PSV. It's exactly what they wanted away from home to avoid defeat, and they did thanks to a Tadic penalty on the last few minutes of the game. Of course, it all started with a free kick goal in the first half on the 39th minute, and Zahavi with the free kick finding the top corner of the net against Stecklenburg. And then literally throughout the whole game, Ajax were the best team in the opening 10 minutes or so, but they just lost it completely. They couldn't get the control that they normally would have in a typical league game for them. And PSV just changed it all around, got the goal before half-time. But let's not forget, late on in the second half, Stecklenburg made some big saves for Ajax to keep them in the game. And look at how worthy it was at the end. Those saves have made sure that they've got the point that they needed, because I think PSV had two or three chances that they could have put the game to bed in that second half, including the disallowed goal, which sadly for them it came off the hand around here off the PSV player, and he took the shot against Stecklenburg. Stecklenburg made the save with his right arm, but then the deflection was against the Dutch keeper and it was tapped in with the header from the PSV forward. It's quite incredible. Basically, the handball rule has completely helped Ajax today because of the disallowed goal against PSV and the penalty given to Ajax in the last few minutes of the game. So, let's look at the comments. Anogot, who's been talking to us throughout the stream, has said, first time Ajax went direct and PSV looked shaken. It's so frustrating to watch, isn't it, when you can see what would probably affect the opponents if you just change your attack, and they just never did they, Ajax? They know they escaped it today. They definitely know that. Adam McNally has said, asked Haller or Klazen. I'd imagine that was for who took the penalty, which it was none of them at the end. It was Tadic. And then Adam McNally says, wow, I didn't even realise Tadic was playing first time I've heard him mentioned. Yeah, he had a quiet game, Tadic. Ex-Southampton player who was a big part of that Ajax team that got to the Champions League semi-finals in 2019. And has got back as well, and he said Ajax showed in these last moments that if they adapt against tough opponents, then they can secure points. They certainly showed that at the very end of the game. And he said Ajax this season 13-0. Also Ajax this season 1-1 versus PSV. Yeah, weird. And Tejman Sibers says PSV were better the whole game. And he's right. He's right. I completely agree with Tejman. If you didn't watch the game, you just tuned in. PSV were the better team, and they've blown it, sadly. Ajax know they've got away with it today. A defeat would have been a fair result for Ajax, but that penalty at the end, you know, it is a penalty. It's an obvious handball, and the referee didn't have to check for it. So yeah, interesting day in the title race, which may have just been sealed. Maybe it's too early to say, I don't know. But after that result, PSV know that they might not get many more chances in this title race to close the gap between them and Ajax. Well, what a match that was. So we're about to wrap up here, I think. Do subscribe to Let's Talk Sport. Please subscribe to our channel. We currently have, let's have a look. We have 385 subscribers, so help us get to 400 subscribers. We're hoping to get to that in the next few watch-alongs. Our next watch-along is in an hour's time. In 1 hour's time between Chelsea and Manchester United in the Premier League. My friends of Joe Stanley, Darren Hughes, Seb True, and hopefully Adam Davis will be there here on this channel for that live watch-along. So don't go anywhere. Come back in a bit for that. We'll see you soon. Stay safe, everyone, and thank you very much for watching. So it has ended PSV Eindhoven 1, Ajax 1 in the Eredivisie League match this afternoon. See you later, folks.